What's up, guys? Welcome to Lawsplaining the Interwebs, the only show online where a lawyer gets drunk and reads legal documents. And if it's not the only one, it's the only one worth watching. I am your host, Nick Rekieta. I am the owner of a law firm in central Minnesota called Rekieta Law. If you're ever in trouble in Minnesota, look me up. Look, guys, we've got a high-energy case with high-energy clients, and we're going to make a high-energy video tonight. I've got this Yuri rye whiskey, which was sent to me by the country of Finland, by the only person in Finland who I know or care about. And it tastes a little bit like rye bread soaked in acetone. For some reason, that's kind of appealing. And it turns out pretty good. So, let me hit a little bit of this to start off. Goes down like fire. Here we have Matt Fury, creator of Pepe, our beloved frog, versus InfoWars LLC and Free Speech Systems LLC, hosts to Alex Jones. And Pepe and Alex Jones are in a war for your mind. And let's see what it says. All right, so this is brought in the United States District Court, Central District of California. This is a copyright claim, folks. Plaintiff Matt Fury hereby submits his complaint for copyright infringement pursuant to the Copyright Act of 1976, 17 U.S.C. Sections 101 et sec. Against defendants InfoWars LLC and Free Speech Systems LLC for his complaint. Fury alleges on his personal knowledge as to matters relating to himself and on information and belief as to all other matters as follows. Nature of the action. This is an action to end the misappropriation of Pepe the Frog by defendants InfoWars LLC and Free Speech Systems LLC, collectively defendants, including their sale of a poster copying Pepe through their website Infowars.com. Artist Matt Fury created the Pepe frog character in the early 2000s. Pepe is an anthropomorphic frog, often depicted with large, rounded, red-brown lips, bulging eyes, often with multiple white stars in the pupil, puffy eyelids, and a human-shaped body, as shown below. A dumpy human-shaped body, but we are on the internet. At his creation, Pepe was a peaceful frog dude, a kind and blissful cartoon character who lived alongside three animal roommates and became famous in part because of his catchphrase, "Feels good, man." By 2014, the Pepe character featured prominently in internet memes. But beginning in 2015, various fringe groups connected with the alt-right attempted to co-opt Pepe by mixing images of Pepe with images of hate, including white supremacist language and symbols, Nazi symbols, and other offensive imagery. Fury has worked hard to counteract the negative image of Pepe, including collaborating with the Anti-Defamation League on the hashtag Save Pepe campaign, which I have never heard of, so it must be going well, to restore Pepe as a character representing peace, togetherness, and fun. Despite Fury's efforts, defendants and others have misused Fury's Pepe character and copied Pepe images for use in products sold online to promote messages of hate. In doing so, defendants not only copied Fury's original creation, but also freeloaded off Pepe's popularity and Fury's labor. Did they? That'll be interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Defendants sell a poster, the infringing poster, that contains a copy of Pepe the Frog featured alongside an image of InfoWars founder Alex Jones, President Donald Trump, Milo Yiannopoulos, and Ann Coulter, among other figures, with the text MAGA, short for the Trump campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again," printed on the bottom. That is a beautiful poster, I must say. No matter what you believe, the art style is fantastic. Fury did not authorize use of the Pepe image or character in this poster and does not approve of the association of Pepe with Alex Jones or any other figures shown in this poster or with the MAGA slogan. The question for the court will be, does that matter? This is therefore an action for copyright infringement. Defendants have infringed Fury's copyright in the Pepe the Frog character and image. Jurisdiction and venue. This action arises under the Copyright Act of 1976 as amended, 17 U.S.C. Sections 101 et sec. The Copyright Act. This court has subject matter jurisdiction pursuant to 28 U.S.C. sections 1331 and 1338A. This court has personal jurisdiction over defendants because, as further alleged below, they have purposefully availed themselves of the benefits and privileges of conducting business in the state of California and this district, and have purposefully directed their activities towards California and this district. Defendants InfoWars and Free Speech Systems are Texas limited liability companies. On information and belief, defendants are managed by radio host Alex Jones. Defendants operate an organization that includes nationwide radio programming, an interactive commercial website, Infowars.com. The website publishes articles, hosts an archive of defendants' audio programs, and offers for sale hundreds of products through its online store, including emergency survival foods, outdoor survival gear, and a range of dietary supplements purporting to, among other things, protect DNA, defend cells, and cleanse lungs. Man. Defendants regularly conduct and solicit business in California and this district. On information and belief, California residents regularly access Infowars.com, which is likely, and account for a substantial portion of the website's visitors. Defendants sell products online by mail and by telephone to residents of California and this district and ship those products to buyers in the state. That alone is not enough to secure jurisdiction. However, I do think they probably have sufficient jurisdiction, and the reason is coming up. Further, defendants maintain an ongoing relationship with customers, including California customers, via their Patriot Points loyalty program, in which customers receive reward points for every dollar spent on defendant products. And guys, membership agreements directly to your website, those types of things can confer jurisdiction upon a foreign court to you. Defendants also broadcast programs to California radio stations, including at least 5 stations in this district, and that's a huge one right there, because if they're broadcasting, they have syndication agreements or some sort of licensing agreements for the show, which would avail them of the protections of the district. So likely they do fall under the California long-arm statute. That programming advertises the products that defendants sell and thereby directly solicits purchases from customers in California and this district. Through their online store, defendants offer for sale and sell the infringing poster in California and in this district. At least 4 of the 24 customers who reviewed the infringing poster identified themselves as residing in California. 2 identified themselves as residing within this district. See Exhibits B1 to B3. Defendants have thereby committed acts of direct infringement in California and this district in violation of Plaintiff Fury's intellectual property rights. Defendants have further purposefully and voluntarily placed the infringing poster into the stream of commerce with, on information and belief, the expectation and intent that it will be purchased and used by consumers in California and this district. Defendants' infringing conduct has caused foreseeable harm in California and in this district where Fury resides. Defendants maintain ongoing and systematic contacts within and or have otherwise purposefully directed activities toward the state of California and this district, including but not limited to, by 1, regularly conducting or soliciting business, engaging in persistent courses of conduct and or deriving substantial revenue from goods and services provided to the residents of California and this district, 2, conducting infringing acts in California and this district, and or 3, placing infringing products into the stream of commerce with the purpose, intent, and knowledge that they will be used by consumers in California and this district. The defendants have thus availed themselves of the benefits and privileges of conducting business in and have purposefully directed their activities toward California and this district. And guys, this is a compelling argument for jurisdiction. I don't think there was much question that InfoWars would be under California's jurisdiction if it was brought with a consumer transaction in California, but alas, they do have to make the argument. The present action arises out of and relates to defendants' forum contacts, and the exercise of personal jurisdiction over defendants would not offend traditional notions of fair play and substantial justice. They're basically saying here that InfoWars makes a ton of money from California, and that then puts them under the jurisdiction of California. Venue is proper in this district pursuant to 28 U.S.C. section 1391 and 1400A. The defendants have committed acts of infringement in this district and are subject to personal jurisdiction in this district. I mean, they're going to probably argue that, but I think, yeah, they're right. The parties. Plaintiff Matt Fury is an artist residing in San Luis Obispo County, California. His art includes children's book illustrations for adults that blend childlike characters in adult situations. He is well known for, among other things, his comic book series Boys Club and the wordless children's book The Night Riders. Defendant InfoWars is a limited liability company organized and existing under the laws of Texas. On information and belief, its principal place of business is 100 Congress Avenue, Austin, Texas 78701. And if you're ever in Austin, make sure and eat because the food there is fantastic. Defendant Free Speech Systems is a limited liability company organized and operating, existing under the laws of Texas. On information and belief, its principal place of business is 910 West Mary Street, Austin, Texas 78704. On information and belief, at all times material to this complaint, defendants have owned and operated the websites Infowars.com and InfoWarsStore.com. Factual allegations. On to the meat of the claims. This is where things start to really flesh out for the lawsuit. Pepe is an Fury's creation of Pepe the Frog. Matt Fury conceived of the character Pepe the Frog in the early 2000s. This looks familiar. Pepe is an anthropomorphic frog, often depicted with large, rounded, red-brown lips, bulging eyes, often with multiple white stars in the pupil, puffy eyelids, and a soft human-shaped body as shown below. The Pepe character was created as a peaceful frog dude and a blissfully stoned frog, a kind and blissful cartoon character who lived with 3 animal roommates, apparently advocating illegal activity by being stoned all the time. Fury first included Pepe in a publication called Playtime in 2003. Then in 2005, Pepe appeared in the online cartoon Boys Club. In that appearance, Pepe first uses his most famous catchphrase, "Feels good, man." In 2006, Boys Club 1 was released in print. Pepe appeared on the cover of Boys Club 1 as well as in several comic panels in the book. Examples are reprinted here, and look at them for yourself. I'm skipping them. In addition, Boys Club 1 included a profile of the Pepe character. He likes pop pizza and talking on his cell. Wow. In June 2008, through Buenaventura Press, Fury published Boys Club 2, again featuring Pepe prominently on the cover, back jacket, and interior panels, examples of which are illustrated below. None of these really matter. Boys Club 2 also included a copyright page making clear that Fury owned the copyright of the work. It looks like it was written by a child, but that was probably intentional. And it's important to note that Pepe is not being copyrighted in this. The Boys Club that was printed, Boys Club 2, is being copyrighted as of 2008. So, Boys Club continued in publication through 2016. From 2005 to 2016, Fury created other depictions of Pepe, including each of the following examples, which Fury drew. Good job and good job. That's 2. I'm guessing he created more. I mean, I hope so. Fury is the sole legal owner of the character and images of Pepe the Frog, an original creative work in which Fury owns protectable copyright interests. Fury has registered a number of his copyrights with the U.S. Copyright Office and has other copyright applications pending. See examples C through J, or exhibits C through J. I apologize. Yeah, that's probably true. That seems facially valid. Licensing of Pepe. Fury has expressly licensed his intellectual property rights in Pepe to certain licensees, including Bored Teenager, Collectibles, Yesterdays, and the creators of What Do You Meme card game. All of those business names make me despise my generation in the next one. Licensed Pepe merchandise includes, for example, Pepe the Frog official stuffed doll, sold by Collectibles, illustrated below. Popularity of Pepe. Over time, Pepe grew in popularity and became a popular internet meme. In August of 2014, singer Katy Perry tweeted an image of Pepe, and in December 2014, rapper Nicki Minaj posted an image of Pepe to Instagram, and you know you've made it when vapid celebrities are tweeting you. By May 2015, the website BuzzFeed had posted over 1,200 Pepe images. Likewise, in 2015, Pepe was the most retweeted meme on Twitter. Next, fringe, alt-right, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists reclaim Pepe. On information and belief in late 2015, and probably contributing heavily to the most retweeted meme on Twitter, in reaction to Pepe becoming mainstream, some users of the internet image board 4chan began a campaign designed to reclaim Pepe by mixing him with offensive material. For example, Nazi propaganda images. Throughout 2015 and during the 2016 U.S. presidential campaign, the number of memes juxtaposing Pepe with racist, anti-Semitic, and other bigoted imagery themes grew. On or about October 13th, 2015, an unauthorized image of Pepe dressed as Donald Trump and standing behind the presidential seal appeared on Twitter. Did that need to be authorized? No. On or about September 10th, 2016, Donald Trump Jr. posted to Instagram an image that was a modified version of the movie poster for the film The Expendables, note who is not suing anyone, labeled The Deplorables, and featured Pepe standing behind Trump and alongside other supporters of Trump's presidential campaign. Shortly after the Deplorables image was posted, and it is again, brilliant online marketing happened in that election, and the meme war was grand. Shortly after the Deplorables image was posted, news outlets began referring to Pepe as a white nationalist symbol, and Hillary Clinton's campaign website posted an explainer stating that Pepe had been co-opted by the alt-right and other white supremacists as a symbol associated with anti-Semitism and white supremacy. Which, not really, but okay. On September 27, 2016, the Anti-Defamation League added Pepe the Frog to their database of general hate symbols. The association of Pepe with symbols of hate and with the alt-right movement has been a nightmare for Fury. Right. In one way, yes, but in another way, his comic, Pepe, his character, has become more popular than ever would have been possible. Fury's efforts to disassociate Pepe from hateful causes. Fury was dismayed by Pepe's association with white supremacy, anti-Semitism, and the alt-right. In October 2016, Fury partnered with the Anti-Defamation League to launch the hashtag #SavePepe campaign to reclaim Pepe as a symbol for peace, love, and acceptance. Yeah, and this is great because you're kind of undercutting your complaint. We'll talk about that in a minute at the end. On May 6, 2017, disappointed with the continued unauthorized use of Pepe in connection with hateful imagery and themes, Fury posted an online comic in which Pepe has died and is shown at his funeral. At that time, Fury hoped that use of Pepe character in connection with hateful speech would diminish and eventually cease. Because this man must not live in the real world, where when you kill a cartoon character, it doesn't matter because they're not real. Why would you think? You killed him for you and basically emboldened him in the alternate dimension where the other Pepe exists. Oh my goodness, you dummy. What were you thinking? Defendant's InfoWars and Free Speech Systems on Information and Belief. Both Defendant companies were founded in 2007 and are managed by Alex Jones. Jones, host of Defendant's The Alex Jones Show, has been described as America's leading conspiracy theorist, a member of an anti-government far right that blames the world's ills on a grand global conspiracy. The Alex Jones Show is syndicated to over 100 radio stations nationwide and is simulcasted via YouTube and Defendant's website, Infowars.com. Jones has claimed that he has 5 million daily radio listeners and has topped 80 million video views in a month. Defendant's website, Infowars.com, publishes what various sources have deemed fake news. It also posts episodes of Defendant's radio programs and sells products through its online store. The site attracted 10 million unique visitors in 1 month in 2016, more than mainstream sites such as The Economist and Newsweek, who clearly are inferior marketers, and had 476 million views in all of 2016, which is really a fantastic job. And no matter what you think of Alex Jones, and I don't think much of Alex Jones, but no matter what you think of Alex Jones, the man can sell himself fantastically, and props to him for that. Let's take a quick look at these footnotes just for the comedy of the headlines. 1, an interview with Alex Jones, America's leading and proudest conspiracy theorist. 2, Alex Jones, Pizzagate booster and America's most famous conspiracy theorist, explained. 3, how Alex Jones, conspiracy theorist extraordinaire, got Donald Trump's ear. And 4, want to keep fake news out of your news feed? College professor creates list of sites to avoid. And then don't get fooled by these fake news sites. Because if a college professor creates a list of things to avoid, you should probably run and look at them immediately. Because, guys, it's a college professor. And, you want self-important. Look no further. All right. 52. We're on paragraph point number, whatever you want to call it. 52. Defendant's online store sells, among other things, dietary supplements, toiletries, apparel, media, and preparedness items such as emergency survival foods, outdoor survival gear, gun holsters, water filters, and face masks. One recent estimate placed Defendant's revenue from online sales at upwards of $15 million over a 2-year period. On information and belief, Defendant's online store is the primary source of funding for Defendant's online and radio content. I don't know if that's true. I mean, he's broadcast on 100 different radio stations and gets millions of YouTube hits. I think. I don't know if that's the prime. Maybe. At the top of the store webpage, InfoWarsStore.com, a message from Alex Jones reads, "Thank you for supporting the InfoWar." Defendant's products are heavily advertised on the radio program, with one source calling Jones's radio show a nationwide daily 4-hour infomercial for Defendant's merchandise. And really, if you're not doing that, what are you doing? Defendant's infringing activities. Among the items offered for sale on Defendant's website is the infringing poster prominently featuring a copy of Pepe. Is it a copy? Is it a copy? In the image, Pepe appears alongside Jones, President Donald Trump, conservative political commentator Matt Drudge, strategist Roger Stone, and other individuals associated with the Trump 2016 campaign. On information and belief, 2 of those remaining individuals are Paul Joseph Watson, editor-at-large of Infowars.com, and Milo Yiannopoulos, former editor of Breitbart News and owner of the quickest fizzling lawsuit in celebrity history, both of whom have been associated with alt-right and nativist or white nationalist viewpoints. The poster is offered for $17.76, and the product description on Defendant's website explains that purchases of the poster will, quote, help support InfoWars in the fight for free speech. And if there's one thing that InfoWars gets credit for, it is fighting for free speech, guys. No matter what you think of Alex Jones or InfoWars, they fight for free speech, the right to say whatever they want online, and that is great and beautiful. And Alex, buddy, even though I don't agree with you on a lot of stuff, I respect the heck out of you for what you do on the free speech front. Keep it up, brother. Multiple reviewers enthusiastically noted Pepe's presence in the photo. I'm not going to read these reviews. You guys... This is by far the best poster on my wall, and I have like 15. Okay. All right. Makes a huge statement and really stands out. Everyone who comes in is immediately attracted to it, lol. Already had one friend triggered, but overall beautiful art. Pepe, love Pepe in it. He makes the whole thing. Great. We're not going to read this other one. Count 1, copyright infringement. Plaintiff repeats and realleges the allegations of paragraphs 1 through 57 above as if fully set forth herein. Plaintiff Matt Fury is the sole and exclusive owner of the copyright of the image and character of Pepe the Frog. A number of Fury's works are registered with the Copyright Office. Applications for additional registrations are pending. Attached hereto as Exhibits C through J are true and correct copies of the registrations and applications with evidence that Fury has paid the required fees and made the required deposits as follows. Playtime, Boys Club 1, Boys Club 1 Zine, Boys Club 2, Boys Club 3, Boys Club 4, Boys Club Collective Edition, and Pepe in Blue Shirt. If you notice the poster, Pepe in Blue Shirt is not covered. And I'm not sure that specific image appears in any of these documents, but we'll talk about it. As the owner of the copyrighted Pepe the Frog character and image, plaintiff owns the exclusive rights, among others, to copy the original work, to prepare derivative works based on the original, and to distribute copies of the work by sale or transfer of ownership by rental, lease, or lending. Defendant has used Pepe the Frog created derivative works based on the original and sold such works without plaintiff's authorization. Defendant's acts constitute infringement of plaintiff's copyrighted work in violation of the Copyright Act 17 U.S.C. Sections 101 et sec. Damages. Plaintiff is entitled to recover from defendant his actual damages and or defendant's unlawful profits or, at his election, statutory damages as provided by 17 U.S.C. Section 504C. Injunction. Defendant's conduct has caused plaintiff irreparable harm and irreparable gain. Let's make no mistake, Matt Fury, you do not have the coverage that Alex Jones has, and he has boosted your brand. but we'll ignore that. Unless restrained and enjoined, defendant will continue to commit acts of infringement and cause plaintiff to suffer substantial injuries, loss, and irreparable damage to his proprietary and exclusive rights to his copyright. Plaintiff's remedy at law is inadequate to fully compensate him for these inflicted and threatened injuries. Plaintiff is entitled to a permanent injunction as provided for in 17 U.S.C. Section 502, enjoining defendant and all others acting in concert with him from engaging in further acts of infringement. Prayer for relief. Wherefore, fire in the throat. Plaintiff respectfully requests that the following relief be granted. Award plaintiff his actual damages for defendant infringement or other damages on all counts in an amount to be determined at trial. 2. Grant a permanent injunction enjoining defendant and anyone acting in concert with defendant from copying or distributing any unauthorized copy of or derivative work based on Pepe the Frog. Can't do that. 3. Grant to plaintiff any and all such other relief as the court deems just and proper, including all applicable costs and attorney's fees. Demand for a jury trial. Signed by Rebecca Girolamo. Who cares? Attorneys for plaintiff Matt Fury. Guys, let's talk about this real quick. The most obvious defense to this is something called fair use. And fair use is strongly supported by this complaint. Fair use, if you don't know, involves taking a copyrighted or trademarked work. It involves substantially transforming that work or offering significant commentary so as not to confuse a consumer about the authorship of the work or about you're not confusing someone into thinking you're buying Matt Fury's product. Now, just selling it on a website that doesn't have Matt Fury on it does not qualify, although it would be obvious that an InfoWars website is not profiting Matt Fury, but is profiting Alex Jones. But that would not be sufficient because the idea might be that Matt Fury licensed Pepe to Alex Jones. He is making it clear here that he did not. But, that is only, monetization is only one bit of fair use. The main factor in fair use is the work significantly transformed to avoid confusion, or is sufficient commentary or criticism added to avoid confusion? You see images of Pepe all over the place, and no, Matt Fury does not have the ability to sue all of these people because Pepe, as stated by Matt Fury and his counsel, is not the Pepe that Matt Fury created. He's trying to reclaim him. He even killed the character in an attempt to stop the distortion of his product. It's no longer his product. The Pepe of the alt-right is not the Pepe of Boys Club or whatever they're called. Is it Boys Club? I don't even remember. Drinking too hard for that. The liquor is starting to hit me right now. I think it's Boys Club. Yeah, Boys Club. So these are not, like the Pepe in memes, the Pepe on Alex Jones's poster is not the Pepe of Boys Club. It is the Pepe of the alt-right, if you want to label it that. It is the meme Pepe that has been cycling through the internet, that has generated enhanced interest for Boys Club. It has probably boosted Matt Fury's sales rather than hurt them. And him selling that poster might be copyright infringement, but they have a strong defense of fair use, saying that by Matt Fury's own admission, the alt-right's co-opting of Pepe as an icon or image is a significantly transformed work that is not going to subject them to copyright infringement. I don't know if they're going to win, guys. It's InfoWars in a California court. I mean, what do you think's going to happen? We'll see. That's it. That's all I'm going to talk about. This video is under 30 minutes. I'm going to rant a little bit and make it 30 minutes. Subscribe, follow my channel. I will be following this case as the court documents drop. I will attempt to cover them as fast as possible. Check me out on patreon.com Lawsplaining. I do this in all sorts of different cases and different subjects, and I lawsplain all sorts of stuff. If you are a Patreon, you can request stuff for me to lawsplain to you. Nothing I have said in this video constitutes legal advice. Obviously, I am not licensed to practice in California, and I cannot advise, nor do I advise any of the parties herein. Although if they want to watch my video, I would appreciate it. Listen, this all boils down to one thing. Matt Fury is salty that the right has taken control of Pepe and has out-memed him in his own meme. He's now suing the biggest fish he can find that is pushing Pepe as a commercial enterprise. It might work. I don't think it will. I think Alex Jones has a very good fair use claim in stating that that he and the alt-right in general, by Matt Fury's own admission, have significantly transformed Pepe so that no one is confused about Pepe's image being included in that work, that it would belong to Matt Fury or be somehow associated with the copyrights, which, again, if you'll note, his copyrights were for specific works that he created. No one looks at the poster of Donald Trump and thinks, oh, this is a Boys Club 1 copy. This is a Boys Club 2 or Playtime or Boys Club Collective Edition. No one thinks that. Everyone thinks this is a MAGA poster. This is a Donald Trump campaign poster. This is an alt-right poster. Even Matt Fury thinks it's an alt-right poster. He has a tough uphill battle. I will follow it. We'll see where it goes. Thank you so much for watching. Smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop me a comment if you have any questions or engagement, or if you think I'm a total idiot. That would be great. I love arguing with people who think I'm an idiot. This has been Lawsplaining the Interwebs. I have been and continue to be Nick Rekieta, and I'm going to finish this Yuri for you so you know I'm not copping out. All right, guys. Have a great night. Follow my channel. Tell me what you like about it. Peace.